till a Mennonite showed me color TV.
Buggy wheels keep on turning.
Greta just keeps on churning.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling in my buggy. Left my farm in a hurry. Couldn't shave my beard off fast enough. Bought myself some Levi's, a Motorola pager. Used a credit card to buy me lots more stuff. Steering wheel keeps on turning. I can hear the parson say we'll be burning. 'Cause we're rolling, rolling, rolling in my Lexus. Rolling, rolling through a red light.
If you visit Amish country, I'll bet you're gonna think those people are stuck in their Middle Ages 'cause they think it's holy. As for me and Greta, we don't give a darn.
Mag wheels keep on spinning.
Me and Greta keep on sinning.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling to their city.
Now Greta runs an Amish sweatshop, cranking out their quilts just as fast as she can, sewing hats and bonnets, making cheese and cider, putting all our money in a pension plan.
Bring him down lower.
He is not free anymore.
It's probably picking him up from the stick mics on the sides. I would not doubt. And try dropping 6. You know, it could be his lav mic that's getting picked up too.
Because it wasn't doing that at the beginning. Of when he started out this whole taking adventure.
But it does get tricky when you get that much stuff out there you gotta watch out for.
Or we're talking big sound in a small studio.
And last time we filmed, Roseanne Miller did with the camcorder. Of course, it was nice and I could brand new stool.
Should I move the camera or something? No, that wouldn't be. That wouldn't go over too good. Nope.
Yeah, I'm talking one B-size. Remember, if you've got one handheld down on the stage like this, and I've got a robot camera over the TV. I've got a 2x4, literally just about anything. Cable, and a light bar.
Dickerson.
Alright, now what's your group's name?
The name of the band is Billy Goat Gruff.
Yeah.
How long have you had the band around?
We've been around. How long would you say we've been around, John? We want to say like a couple of years. Oh, we. That's like how long you've been around.
4, 5. Is A still in there?
No,
A couple of years.
Alright, how'd you hear of Channel 10?
Well, when I moved here, I flipping through the channels, noticed some pretty cool programs. I noticed your program, and that's when I took notice of it, and I thought, boy, I could probably use that for coverage of this band because, you know, it's free. And, well, that's the main reason, because it's free.
All right, what kind of music do you guys play?
Well, we've got an acoustic show where we play, we pass out instruments, the audience jams with us, and we do the harp, we do some Led Zeppelin and some Kansas and stuff. That works out pretty cool. But we also have, you know, a rock outfit. You know, we just do the same thing, electric, and, you know, naturally it's a lot louder, it's a lot more rock-oriented. Big difference than what you see here. So it's kind of strange. If somebody wants to go see us acoustic and they happen to catch us playing electric, I don't know, they might be offended. But it's not a bad show. There's a lot of talent going on.
All right, now if you had a chance to do a show anywhere, where would it be?
If I had a chance to do a show anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
We'll say anywhere in Fort Wayne, just since we're stable here, Channel 10. I'd like to do another show.
The Coliseum.
Yeah. Follinger Theater, I would say.
Embassy Theater.
All right, now
Him. Follinger Theater, Embassy Theater, or the Coliseum.
All right,
Would
now
be great.
All right, before we go, who'd you like to say hi to?
I'd like to say hello to my wife, Dee. Hello, Dee. And my little boy, Day, and my little girl, Delia. Hello.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Here I am, Jeff Landis, with my special guest. He built this Channel 18. Ryan Foster, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, how long has Channel 18 been around?
We started production in June, apparently. We started building this studio sometime in August, and it was up and running sometime about November is when we really got it up and running.
November. Now, what's been your most difficult time here at Channel 18?
Trying to run this studio with only half of the equipment gotten here. Like, we had ordered a lot of stuff, like the robotic cameras took 3 or 4 months to get here. There was a lot of times where we basically just had it rigged, and you kept your fingers crossed the whole time hoping that it would work.
All right, now, if you could change anything about Channel 18, what would that be?
Double the size of the studio.
Yeah, because if you notice the difference of Channel 10's is like a little bit wider, and plus, well, yeah, the wider size, but plus look how nice this studio is. It's got, like, you know, like the preppiness. I have nothing against preppiness or nothing, but, you know, it's got that nice look. And Channel 10 is like, how should I say it? I don't know.
It's getting a little long in the tooth. It's getting a little old. It could use a little bit of rehab.
Yeah, something like like something like this. But then, you know, there's different people who have different types of show at Channel 10 and Channel 18. And I understand this too, that they've changed the name of the Channel 10. No, what do they call it?
We're Access Fort Wayne now.
Access Fort Wayne. So I gotta watch out not to say Channel 10. We are live from Channel 10, but now it's Access Fort Wayne. Who made that name up?
We had a lottery basically this summer where people gave us ideas for names, and we chose out of a barrel which name we were going to use. We changed the name because now, along with Channel 10, we've got Channel 18, which is government access, Channel 20, which is educational access, and sometime next year we'll have yet another Channel 10 type channel where we can put movies on it. It'll be more like PBS, so we're a lot more than what we used to be. We've got a lot more.
We've grown.
We've
gotten bigger, and stuff like that. Now, if you had a chance to choose a studio that you would like to mostly work at, which would that be, Channel 10 or Channel 18?
Yeah, that'd be a hard question. I really like doing remotes. I hate getting stuck inside of these little boxes, but yeah, I really like Studio B. This is a fun little studio to run.
Especially if you built it. And how long did it take you?
It took about 3 months. Like I said, we had problems getting equipment showing up and everything, but it really didn't take all that long to hook together. And we were surprised that it worked right off the bat. We really didn't have any problems with it. So.
Have you directed any shows here?
I direct Community Call-In, which is a government access show on Tuesday nights. I'm sorry, on Wednesday nights. And on Thursday nights we have Your City Government Live.
Which I've done camera for both of them. And, you know, I've noticed that the difference between Channel 18 and Channel 10, because there's only about 2 or 3 shows that show on Channel 18 that's here from Fort Wayne, because it's normally C-SPAN, and we see like Bill Clinton on like what's it called, Democratic stuff like that. But then on Channel 10 we see like Fort Wayne stuff. Why is it that they have 2 television programs here in Fort Wayne when it's mainly you know, like in Washington D.C. and you said that this is government access. So my opinion is right here, I'm not trying to be offensive towards, you know, nobody. I think that we should have more shows here, you know, for Channel 18, not just 2 shows, because, like, I know you guys, sorry for my language, worked your asses off to get this done, and I know some of you staff members are eager to get a lot of stuff done, but by doing 2 shows, that don't give you enough hours for your work and stuff like that.
Well, it's still pretty new to the guys out at the City Council building to have, you know, a production facility like this. You know, for them to think up ideas of television programs to put on Channel 18, I don't think they've gotten that far along with it. They're still getting used to being on camera for the first time in their lives. And we've talked about a lot of other projects. We do a Skyline show for them that we tape. It takes us about a month to tape an episode. We air
about
those.
A month?
Yeah. The first one took Liz almost a month and a half to do.
About a month?
Yeah, but yeah, it's all new to them. So I would expect in the next 6 months or so, as soon as they start getting into it, start having ideas about different shows, we might see a lot more programming on. And Comcast is supposed to give us more of a dedicated channel, you know, just popping us on top of C-SPAN for an hour every night. That's not going to exist for much longer. Because
I think, you know, C-SPAN is, to me, it seems like that C-SPAN is being more greedy because, you know, Fort Wayne, it's a small city, and, you know, we got a lot of talent, and, you know, some people need to get out what they want to say for government access. Like 2 shows a month, what's that going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's too many people who wants to, you know, like you know, if I had a chance to do a show in the studio, which I'm talking about, you know, on a regular basis, I would, because I like the studio. But I don't get, they should have like, so I think you told me, what was this, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was like, some people don't have their shows, like from Channel 10, whenever that studio's booked, they're supposed to come in here. But why don't they do that?
We haven't really trained enough people yet to run this studio. I mean, it's still new to a lot of us. We just finished training audio people to run in here, and the next step is teaching people how to direct in here.
Which I wouldn't mind doing.
Yeah, it's just a long process, and we're just at the beginning of it now. And, you know, hopefully this summer we'll have a lot more productions coming out of this studio. We just got to familiarize people with it.
Yeah, that's true. Like right now, I'm familiar with the studio, and, you know, I like it a lot. And you said it took you 3 months to get this done? Now, what did you first start on, the studio or the control room?
I first started on the control room.
Because it's got more stuff to it and stuff like that?
Yeah, basically it was full of boxes of equipment. You just had to unpack them and screw them into place. And putting up the tiles in here, these audio tiles, took a little while. This room really didn't take much work to it.
And it seems like it didn't take that long to get it done, but it's nice the way we got this tree sets up and stuff like that. And I got to admit, you know, I'm having fun from doing the show and stuff like that. And I understand, once you was a volunteer at Channel 10?
I was an intern here for a while.
Intern?
When I was going to IPFW for my degree in communications, I worked down here as part of that learning process. And that's what got me the job down here later on after I graduated.
And you directed a show called Writers of Access? Now, what do you think about when you was directing?
Oh, man, you can't think during that show. It's very mindless, but...
it's fun to watch, though, sometimes.
Yeah, it gets me out of that government access rut. Like you said, sometimes it's a little too preppy for my tastes.
Yeah.
And doing something a little crazy every once in a while, you know, it does the spirit good, I guess.
Now, what do you think about young adults whenever they get on TV, like for instance, like me?
Oh, I think it's great. It's a great way to start out and learn. Part of what I learned out at IPFW is exactly what you're learning down here, and you're getting it for free, and I paid out...
about $5 million. I mean, not $5 million, but around...
Oh, yeah, you're...
somewhere like around there, right around that section.
Yeah, you're spending a lot of money for it, and that's the neat thing about Access. You can learn everything you need to become a full-fledged producer down here just by volunteering and spending time.
But then people sit there and they say like, oh, Channel 10's stupid, oh, Channel 10 don't do nothing to me, only thing it is stupid, boring airtime. I'm sitting there like this, I'm like, listen, Channel 10 and 18 are the same, so I might as well just get used to saying Channel 10 and 18, but the easier way for me to say it is Access Fort Wayne.
There you go.
So here at
we'll get it into you yet.
Because here at Access Fort Wayne, we have a lot of things going on. We have remotes, we have directing, we have audio. You can do what I want to do. And
it's just limited to the individual producer's imagination, and to those guys that do say there's nothing but crap on Channel 10, I tell them they're just either not watching at the right times, or if you think it's bad, come down here and do something different. It takes a lot of time and effort to do productions down here, like you should know. There's a lot more to it than just getting in front of the cameras and talking. There's editing, there's setting up time, there's
hosting, directing, all this stuff. Like today wasn't that hectic, but then after a while it starts getting hectic after a while. And could you tell people how they can have their own show on Channel 10?
You basically just, you'd want to come down here and talk to Eric Ballbird, who's our production manager. And,
coordinator.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll get you set up. You take a couple of volunteer classes on what it really means to be a producer and give you some ideas of what you can do with all this equipment. And after that, you're pretty much on your own.
Yeah, that's true. Now, is this true that you've seen my show before? What do you think of it?
I like it.
It's kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah, but it's better than some of the other, like they said, boring stuff that's on this channel.
That's true.
You use imagination and skill, and that's good.
We need more young adults because, I love being on TV. Yes, I'll admit that. I love being on TV. Yeah, I love the cameras. The cameras love me. I'm just messing.
That's one reason I got the degree I did, was be behind them and not out here now. So.
Well, is this your first time being on TV?
This has been the first time in about 4 years.
4 years. Well, you're on a popular show. A lot of people do watch the show. So, And there's one thing that's kind of getting on my nerves. It seems like I'm always got to be the young adult who's always on TV to do this, because if I was right, Totally Sarah's been on air for 2 years, I think.
It's been a long time since she's been back, though. You are one of the only young adult producers down here.
And she had what? She had a lot. I think, from what I heard, that she quit because of all the criticism that she was taking. From what I heard, I'm not quite sure.
I think a large motivating factor in her quitting was because her mom moved to Van Wert, and since she was still too young to have a driver's license, that was pretty much it for her show. And she did take a lot of slack for what she did, but it's funny, if you ask people if they ever watch Channel 10, they're either saying, oh, that Sarah was on there, or they talk about your show. There only seems to be 3 or 4 shows that people automatically recognize from Channel 10.
Like Raiders of Access, that's another good show that they got. Some people don't get it about Channel 10. The reason why they have, like, religious stuff, what else? Music and arts, entertainment, PSA, public.
Sports, educational stuff from upstairs. We do storytelling here. We shoot the Comets hockey games. We shoot the Fort Wayne dance collectives. We shoot a lot of stuff in this town, an awful lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I just don't see why people always got to cut people, Channel 10 down, because it's like this. Channel 10 is a variety. Because let's say right now on Channel 29, they don't show all this variety of stuff like we do. If you notice that, because I'm not making fun of these channels or nothing like that. The only thing that Channel 22 normally shows is old movies, which that's entertainment, and wrestling. I've never seen anybody do a show about art, on cable TV, such. Channel 10, it's got all this stuff, but I've never seen any channel try to have all the stuff like we're trying to have.
Right, and if you look at Channel 6, which is IPFW's channel, most of that is just classes that are on air, sports programs, and then programs that they've imported from other places. You don't have that local community spirit like you do at Channel 10. This really is, it's life in the city, and we're putting it on television. Like it or not, that's what they're going to see.
Yep, they'll see all types of stuff. Because when I first started, of course, I was nervous. If the young adults wanted to have their own show, and older people, I'm not trying to be offensive or nothing, but have their own show. It's fun. This is my dream. I might as well just say, because it could happen, right?
Oh yeah.
From what I've been doing, and I've been on the air for 3 years, and I've never seen anybody do like I've trying to done as a young adult. Because I got to deal with girls on my mind. I want to get getting homework, getting all the scripts written and stuff like that, all the stuff at home. And you notice that whenever I'm totally different when I'm off camera. But when I'm on camera, I'm like, well, I shouldn't say professional, should I?
Well, yeah, you can say that now. I mean, you've been at it 3 years.
Yeah.
You're more than an amateur at it now.
I'm like the next Jay Leno on
Yeah, whoa.
Jay Leno on Channel 10. Well, that's what some people say. You know? I'm like the Jay Leno of Channel 10.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And now, what do you think about Channel 10?
I like it. It's a lot of fun. I mean,
Might show you his belly.
it's neat to be able to come back to a channel that taught me how to do things and end up teaching people how to do it. I think there are a lot of possibilities down here. Sometimes people are a little too antsy to get their shows on the air, and they do them a little bit quicker than they ought to, and they don't put the time and effort into them. But all in all, I really like coming down here and working. It's a fun time.
Okay, it's fun. You can, like, one day get a camcorder if you want. You get real bored, just come down here, try to do a show if you want.
Or you never know where you're going to end up, too. You know, as a volunteer in there, you could go to pro wrestling shows and videotape that. You go to a dance show and videotape that. Go out to a church and tape a choir singing. You know, it's endless. You're always doing something different.
It's true. Now, what is your favorite? Have you ever? What has been your favorite moment here at Channel 10?
Every time when I go home after I'm done working.
That's your favorite moment of Channel 10?
Yeah, my favorite moments working down here is doing remotes. I really, really, really like doing that stuff.
Maybe one day, if we can, if it's all right with you, get a camcorder and if it's all right, you know, like show you what we do on remotes. Because I've done behind the scenes of Channel 10 before we didn't even have this channel. And you know, I was figuring maybe if it's all right with you, we can like since you're doing a remote, like show how you do a remote. Because I don't think any shows have ever done that before, have they?
No, I don't think anybody's ever went out on a remote with us and filmed this for that kind of reason. And I think it'd be neat if people realized how simple it really is to do things like that.
Yeah.
They get stuck in the studio too many times because it's too easy to do it over there, to come in, and the shows tend to look too much like each other at that point.
Yeah.
And getting out and doing them in different locations is a really good idea.
Like, have you noticed this about my shows? This is my first time being in the studio ever since I got back, besides the first show that I've done when I came back. Because I've been, you know, I normally should say this, I've been everywhere just, you know, with my shows, but this is my first time being in a studio with being studied, you know, with not moving around.
Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, I'm trying my best to, you know, try to impress a lot of people, and you never know a high-class producer could be watching. Well, like, another thing about Channel 10, you never know who could be watching. Somebody famous could be watching the show. Right? All right, now, before we go, who do you have to say hi to?
Well, my mom's in St. Louis, so I really can't say hi to her. It's doubtful she's going to be watching. I'll say hi to my cats.
All right, thanks a lot, Brian.
All right, no problem, Jeff.
All right.